game. Hold on. So you can adjust all of these sliders affect the user and the CPU. It's different sections. You switch which one you want to do. But here's everything you can do. There's a slider for inside shot success, close shot success. Close shot would be any shot that's in the paint but is not in the restricted zone. Restricted zone is inside shots, like right on the basket. Mid-range success, three-point success, layup success, shot coverage impact, change the impact to being open or covered on all shots. Shot timing impact, change the impact of shot meter timing. Dunk in traffic frequency, which is change the frequency of dunks with nearby defenders. Dunk in traffic success, pass accuracy, alley-oop success, contact shot success, ball security, body up sensitivity, controls how sensitive the dribbler defender collisions are, pass speed, that's it for offense. Defense now, driving contact shot frequency, inside contact shot frequency, layup defense strength on takeoff, layup defense strength on release, jump shot defense strength on the gather, jump shot defense strength on the release, help defense strength, steal success. Now attributes: acceleration, vertical, strength, stamina, speed, durability, hustle, ball handling, hands, dunking ability, on-ball defense, stealing, blocking, offensive awareness, offensive rebounding, offensive consistency, fatigue rate, lateral quickness. And then you even have sliders for the tendencies. Tendency to take inside shots, take close shots, take mid-range shots, take three-point shots, post shots, attack the basket, look for post players, throw alley-oops, attempt dunks, attempt putbacks, play passing lanes, go for on-ball steals, contest shots, backdoor cuts, fouls, over-the-back foul frequency, charging foul frequency, blocking foul frequency, reaching foul frequency, shooting foul frequency, loose ball foul frequency, illegal screen frequency, movement, speed with ball max rating, speed with ball minimum rating, acceleration with ball max, acceleration with ball minimum, speed without ball for max and min, acceleration without ball max and min, and that's it. Those are all the different sliders that you can fuck with. So there's an incredible amount of customization. I'm just playing based off of the difficulty because the only problem I have is just with hitting the open shots. And when I increase my shot success chances for the open shots, it's almost like even just bumping it up 1 point is too much, and then suddenly I can't miss.
Yeah, that's the thing that bugs me. I want to find that sweet spot where, like, you hit 40% of your threes, like you're supposed to.
Yeah, and it may just be a case of volume, too, because, like, if I miss my first couple of threes, I generally stop taking threes and just try to get points in the paint. But I checked my team stats on the season. We're third in the league in three-point percentage, hovering at we're at 39.8% as a team. And most of that's coming from when we have games where we're hitting, it's just nonstop. And then we have games where we're not hitting and it just fucks the whole thing up. Kevin Durant is pretty much the only player shooting threes at like a clip you'd actually expect it to make sense. There's some games where he goes 6 for 7. Most of the time I'm trying to take at least 5 threes a game with KD. Usually he hits either 1 or 2. Sometimes 3. But every now and again he's fucking feeling it and he catches fire. So basically it's like I believe the sweet spot could exist, but you're too busy and I'm too busy to really really just get in there. I think if I hopped on Operation Sports, I'd be able to find somebody who set them up in like a good way.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I wonder if somebody out there's already figured out, like, the sweet spot for sliders in 23. If that existed, I would probably get it. I don't know how much I would play it, but sometimes you just want to play a basketball game, man, and it's annoying that I can't even get the old ones to play, like, at all, basically.
Right. I feel the same way about Madden, sometimes you just want to play a football game and then you start playing and it's absolute ass chasing. You're like, dude, fuck, this is terrible.
I don't have anything flame-proof. Oh, wait a minute, I do. Wait a minute, it's not working. Dude, Flame Guard doesn't work in this game. What the hell? Yeah, David, I'm kind of giving up on the team. They're just not good enough. And the AL's stronger this year, and, like, it is what it is. I think we got to throw in the towel, kind of. I mean, obviously, I'll keep watching and keep hoping, but I'm kind of done expecting this team to accomplish anything of value. It sucks, but Jerry fucked up. What else can you say? He picked the wrong guys.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go play the the Pacers right now. This Pacers team, I didn't expect them to be good when I looked at their roster because their offense is kind of broken. Like, when I list you off this roster, you're going to be thinking, there's not really a lot of scoring going on for that team. But right now, they're 11-4, third seed in the East, and the best defense by far. Stephon Marbury, Ron Artest, Caron Butler, Reggie Evans, and Brendan Haywood. That's their starting lineup. And I'm sitting there thinking, there's not a lot of offense right there, but, like, holy shit, their defense is so good. They're just killing us.
Randomly today, I was looking back at the Knicks Heat series in 2012, which was the year LeBron won his first title.
Right.
And I forgot, I guess Jeremy Lin didn't play at all in that series. I had completely forgotten about that because that was the big Jeremy Lin year.
Yeah. I can't remember if he was injured. He might have been. But, I think Baron Davis was the starting point guard for that. No. Baron Davis got hurt during that series, and that was almost a career ender, I think.
He was washed up already.
Well, yeah, but Jeremy Lin, when Melo came back, he tanked the Lin sanity system to such an extent that it was like, okay, well, Carmelo's good enough to where, like, we need him to get going. You can't have him not be going. But Jeremy Lin's, like, much easier to sacrifice there.
It was a fun month and a half.
I think it was near here. When I came up the mountain.
I miss.
Huh. Oh. Oh boy, it's real big.
That's what she said.
I can do it.
Well, anyway. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess Jeremy Lin is still playing really well in the Chinese Basketball League.
Probably. I believe it. Okay, so rest of that squad, their bench is actually really good. Last season, they ended up winning the Andrew Bogut sweepstakes. The Pacers were who drafted Andrew Bogut. So he's on their bench. So that's another reason their defense is so fucking good. Then you got Dante Jones, which definitely makes sense. He was actually on the Pacers in real life. That's nice. Thaddeus Young in his rookie season. And he's actually a pretty good scorer. Wow.
One time, Andrew Bogut made a tweet talking about how stupid woke things were, you know, the stupidity of being woke. And somebody replied and said something like, at least the social justice warriors didn't blow a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals. I thought that was pretty good.
Absolutely obliterated. How do you come back from that, man?
I can do
Yeah, it's um I think it's because the B-ball breakdown guy, Coach Nick, I think he's just like really anti-Nuggets.
If we can't hit
'Cause
it
it's
high enough,
funny,
we're gonna
people
get
been
trouble.
complaining about he doesn't talk about Denver the whole season, and he's a big Lakers fan and a big LeBron fan. He didn't make a single video about the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, it's like if Nick Wright was a coward. Like, at least Nick Wright
And
admitted, like, yeah, I fucked up.
the first video that he makes talking about Denver this postseason is obviously Game 1, and you know what the video is about?
That rock, I bet I can break it.
Miami's role players are not going to shoot that badly every single game this season. However, this series. However, Denver only won by 11 points, and their defense looked awful. I've got Miami winning the series, and I was all like, I hope you're right, but dude, at this point, I think you're just so far in the tank of hating Denver that you just can't fucking hold.
You can
Holy
understand
shit!
hating Denver back in the day when their whole team was like, they had Melo, who everyone hated back then because he was a crybaby, and fucking J.R. Smith, and I remember the whole thing was like that whole team is nothing but a bunch of thugs. Like, people hated them then, and that I like understood, but hating Denver now is weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
God only knows, man. But I tell you what. I hope he's right. I'd love it if Miami won, but
The issue
ever
with that
since
is Denver didn't really shoot that well from three either. Like, Michael Porter Jr. went 2 for 11.
yeah,
It's not like he shot the lights out.
this was the best chance we had to win this game, and we came out and sucked ass. So I really, we'll play better, but so will Denver.
Yeah. I mean, I did listen to a podcast last night that argued, oh, Miami had no chance in game one because Denver was rested and Miami had just won that game seven. Game two is the game they have a chance to win. And I was like, I don't know. I can see it both ways. I'm not sure it's that simple.
Yeah. Ever since I saw Russell Wilson with Future's kid was was he made a video where he was like, "Go Nuggets, go Nuggets," and the kid was like, "Go Nuggets, go," and I'm all like, I hope they lose so badly. Russell Wilson being sad is the best thing I can think of.
Is Russell Wilson ever really sad when he's getting paid $50 million a year to be terrible at a children's game? Like, there are no bad moments.
Right. See, that's why, like, I really am very envious of Ben Simmons, because this dude's making $30 million a year to watch basketball. And I watch basketball for free. So I'm like, I wish I got paid super gazillionaire money to fucking do the exact same thing I'm doing right now. Also, there are almost more Celtics fans rooting for the Nuggets than Nuggets fans rooting for the Nuggets, which is like, I just want them all to fuck off. It's like it's funny, fucking Bill Simmons coming out with his fucking shit of the zombie heat. They just won't die, and I want them to go away, but they just will never die. And I'm all like, it's funny because I feel the same exact way about the Celtics. I want your team to fuck off, but they won't.
Well,
Jesus Christ. I cannot think of a single fan base more undeserving of having their team be competitive than the Celtics, because their loss back in the days when most of their championships came during a time period where the average American household didn't have a TV, and then most of their championships since then came during a time period where American households had TVs, but most of them weren't in color.
yeah, most of the games were shown on tape delay. Like, NBA Finals games were shown on tape delay. Think about that.
Yeah, seriously, like, gee, ugh. We just cannot score on this team. We're 5 minutes into the Pacers game, and our only points are from the foul line. When we haven't gotten a whistle, we have not scored.
Sounds like a James Harden
Lord,
special
this
to
team.
me.
Basically. Come on, Iggy, make this. Damn.
Actually, that's a Corey Maggette special. Corey Maggette was always the guy who would shoot like 17 free throws in one game.
That's right. A lot of scoring and penetrating going on, but you're really not happy about it.
I'd still rather watch bad porn than gay porn, if you know what I mean.
That's right. Corey Maggette is more entertaining than LeBron. Okay. So this is going to be the game where Durant drops 50 because Stephon Marbury is the defensive weak link here.
Oh, Santi just posted a link to some sliders on operationsports.com that are apparently adjusted for a more realistic experience.
Oh. Piff. Well, thank you, Sandy. Post them in the Discord, would you?
David, but the thing is, you could have said the exact opposite about us, right? We had this incredible pitching staff, this incredible bullpen. We just needed the bats. But the difference is Texas went out and got those bats and got those pitching, and we refused to spend a penny in the offseason, and look where we are. And to throw Jerry under the bus a little bit here because he did mess up, the assets that we did have, we cashed in on two guys that have been kind of a train wreck in Wong and... I mean, Teoscar's been okay, but he's not really helping us win. So, yeah.
I hate that so much. The fucking rotation. Ugh. Makes it really difficult to defend the pick and roll when the AI does that shit automatically. The pickle Rick roll.
Keep underestimating Chalmers.
Pretty much. What the fuck was that? The only way you bother his shot from behind like that to the point where he blows a wide open layup is if you foul him. How do you miss like that, man? Fuck.
Chalmers in his career.
Why are you at the 3-point line, Noah? Son of a... I can't use my entire team. Fuck. Defensive settings. Gap, gap, gap on gap. Gap, the motherfuckers, do not let them pull you away. It's despicable.
Yep.
There you go.
The thing is, Jerry's done a lot of really good stuff. Like, genuinely he has. He just made a couple mistakes this offseason. I don't think it's his fault that we don't spend money. It's his fault that he took the assets he had and got Teoscar and Wong. But overall, I think he's done a great job. But Scott, on the other hand, I'm pretty done with. Like, it was a fun ride. I always defended Scott. But there's a clear problem here. He's not good enough. He's not really the problem or anything, but he's still not good enough. Cap. Put. Cap.
And we're done. That is bullshit.
Happened.
Oh, Brendan Haywood skied in literally from 10 feet away and like had the craziest standing, leaping fucking jump in the history of the NBA, just so that he could swat Deron Williams' uncontested layup. And I'm like, you know what? That's enough.
Turned into Hakeem Olajuwon.
Brendan Haywood, no. Go away, please. Is this a lost river, or are we just in more of the fucking deep fucking Grand Reef Caves, becomes my question. I don't think it's the lost river, because there's fucking crab squids in here. Okay, never mind. This is the lost river. This is definitely the lost river here. I just had to keep going. I doubted.
Yeah,
So,
but the
if
big I'm talking
that-
about the big picture, David, of also like the farm system, which Dipoto has to get credit for, right? Guys like Gilbert, guys like Kirby, the ability to put together a good bullpen pretty much every damn year. Cal, Julio, like there's a lot of good stuff. There's way more good stuff than bad stuff with Jerry. But I don't think you can say that with Scott anymore. Like, it just seems like he's standing there and watching us lead the league in strikeouts by far, and he doesn't feel the need to try to do anything to, like, fix it. That's the problem that I'm having. And also, we're probably the worst team in the league at running the bases. Like, we are atrocious on the base paths, and again, I just see him kind of standing there and not really doing anything about it. It's like, okay, at a certain point, you are starting to become part of the problem here. Like, this team is about to be historically inept at avoiding strikeouts, and you're not going to do anything about it? You're not going to be like, hey, guys, let's change our approach. So yeah, I'm kind of done with Scott. It was a fun ride. He did a lot of good things, but this year's just a sign to me that it's got to do something else. Okay. Where's my Bright Bloom? The hell? Where'd all my Bright Bloom go? This doesn't make any sense.
Anybody want to help me milk my cat? It's time to make breakfast.
Ah.
Alright. Now we're here.
You remember after Jeremy Lin's first bad game when ESPN ran that headline?
Which one?
The headline, you know, was Jeremy Lin. He had like a bunch of turnovers against Darren Williams or something. And ESPN's headline for the article about it was "Shink in the Armor."
Oh boy.
That was really, really awkward. Like 30 minutes when they allowed that thing to stay up on their site.
Yeah, seriously.
Mario Chalmers made $24 million in NBA salary in his career. If he played like today and was the exact same player, he would have made that in one season with the way like decent role players get paid now. Players like that
For
must
the
be
mo-
so pissed off.
For the most part, yeah, man. Like fucking shit.
Tyler Harrow is getting paid more in 1 year than Mario Chalmers did in a decade. And I know Harrow's a better player than Chalmers, but not by that much.
Chalmers didn't shrink in big moments.
Chalmers had 1 year where he led the NBA in steals. Mr. Goodman, I am Walter White, and I am Breaking Bad. Well, then you better call Saul.
Minus 680. Minus 141. Yeah, that one right there. I gotta look to see how you get there.
I mean, we are literally going to need another, like, 15-game winning streak or an equivalent, and I don't think people understand how hard it is to win 15 games in a row. Like, I'm in some Facebook groups, and it seems like Mariners fans are just assuming, oh, we're going to have another streak like that again this year, and everything will be okay. And it's like, it's really hard to win 15 games in a row, guys. Just because I know some of you guys are probably, like, 12 years old, and you just started watching baseball 2 years ago, and you think that happens every year. Hey, 40. Hey, tags. Well, honestly, given the fact that we've now lost 2 of our starters to an injury, one of whom has been lost basically for, permanently, as far as we're concerned, for this season, is our rotation really that great anymore? I mean, I guess. But, like, if this Wu kid ends up being a complete, what you would expect him to be, like, we got lucky with Miller being so good off the bat, but for us to assume that Wu could easily end up being like this disastrously bad pitcher who guarantees us a loss pretty much every night he pitches, and like then it's not so great. And I guess Marco's going to be missing at least his next 2 starts, so we're going to need him for at least a couple games. It's just annoying because it seems like a lot of this stuff was reasonably predictable, and the team didn't really do anything to prepare for it. It's a woman who's crying. Oh, I watched the first 2 periods. I don't know what happened in the third, so okay. Golden Knights won game 1. I went to a Golden Knights game this year, but even with that, it's really hard to root against this Panthers team. Because they are an 8 seed. I mean, literally 2 teams based in Florida made the finals as an 8 seed in the last month. Like,
Even though even though the Florida Panthers are called the Florida Panthers, they're still basically Miami. So 2 Miami sports teams.
Right.
Being an 8th seed. Going on a hero run. That would definitely be something. Because, I mean, we already had fucking 2 Boston teams blow it. Go Florida-based sports team in a Game 7 at home.
Never happened
as the
before.
higher seed. Absolute clowns.
Couldn't happen to a better fan base.
Exactly.
Imagine how mean they would have been to Bill Russell if Bill Russell wasn't that good. Like, think about how nasty they were to him, the fact that he was, like, the greatest player ever at that time.
Certainly the greatest Boston player ever. That's a poverty-ass franchise right there, that's what it is.
Yeah, I read a thing the other day. Apparently, Red Auerbach actually tried to convince Wilt Chamberlain to go to a college in the Northeast, so that way he would go to the Celtics, because back then it was like who you got drafted by depended on where you played college. But Wilt turned him down. So even back then, Red Auerbach knew that Wilt was actually better than Russell. He would have driven Bill Russell out into the middle of the forest and buried him if it meant he could have gotten Wilt Chamberlain.
Exactly.
All right, Fire Temple, let's go.
Any prawn suit enjoyers in the chat?
Any anime feet respecters in the chat? Remember the Foxford? Thanks to this anonymous generous donation online, this person got a heart transplant. Do we know anything about the anonymous donator? Just his screen name.
Uh-oh. Unfathomably based.
Huh? Here I go! Let's go!
Oopsie dingles.
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Lemonialis. Full of country goodness and green peas. Wait, that's terrible. I quit. Just a handful for the road.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not like a rough week is the worst thing. There are gonna be rough weeks, but you have to win that Castillo start when he goes out there and kills probably the best offense in baseball, and it doesn't matter because you can't score. You get 3 hit. It's like, Jesus Christ, you have to win that game at least if you're a serious team.
The Orange Tablet 2, which we already got, or F Module Mark 2. We could already pump that up. Hey, that's nice. Prawn Suit Mark 1, which is very good. And the jump jet upgrade. Solid. We probably already have enough nickel for all those things. Certainly once we get to the second thing.
Daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If her daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Nice lyrics,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, pretty based. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, take a seat. You ain't gonna believe this one.
Base department. Okay, that's a lot of nickel. It's probably way more nickel than we need to be straight with you. Let's try to find some more crystalline sulfur. So we already have 4, we only need 9. There's 5.
Yeah, Austin, I think game 2 will be more competitive. I don't know if the Heat find a way to win. I do think it'll be a good game, though.
Ouch, 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 ouch. There's just no way to get to that.
What?
Only need one more. One more. And that, my friend, is certainly all we needed. All the crystalline sulfur we'll ever need. Perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. It's just not a very good team. And all I can hope for, and honestly, even though it's early, I'm already kind of at the point where, like, I just hope somebody pays the price for screwing this up. Because this was a really nice foundation last off-season, and they didn't build on it appropriately. The good news is we didn't pay Ty France, so we can probably just get rid of him at this point, because he just seems like he's an average hitter at best, after all. Like, there was a time when he looked like he was one of the best hitters in the league, and this is now like a very... It's almost like a year worth of evidence of him just being pretty mediocre. And it sucks, but at least we found out before we paid him. The Thunder Bitch. What the hell are you doing over here, you crazy dumb woman?
Clone titanium is what we've picked up. And there is no nickel around here. So ice it. Move up to the river here. The juvenile. This one right here. And that has silver deposits. So we'll go harvest from there.
Bring out the floating fat man.
Pretty much. And this is way more nickel than we're ever going to need, which is really good. Means we'll never have to return for it. Grab these. Get some marble melons.
Where'd he go? I need him. Where the hell did he go? He just disappeared. What the fuck? Oh, okay. That's not good. Alright, guys. I'll be right back. Give me a few minutes. Be back shortly. Okay, I am back.
Solid.
I was going through the gallery on my phone earlier today, like going back to like, stuff I had saved from like 5, 6, 7 years ago. And I found some of the old, remember red panels?
Yes.
And it made me think about that I miss red panels. I think red panels was better than Stone Toss, honestly.
Yeah, he was really good.
I wonder if he's still, like, alive. Hope he's still alive, at least. Good dude.
There are some who even theorize that Red Panels actually is Stone Toss.
The art style is so different, though, so if that's true, that's pretty good for him, I mean.
Yeah, well, what had happened was that Red Panels got doxxed, so for his safety, he moved on.
Yeah.
But just the same time that he did that, Stone Toss showed up, so...
Well, when you put it like that... Depends on if you believe in coincidences or not, I guess.
This is not a zone I really want to be fucking around with too very much. Guy's a dick.
I think I'm going to commit Sudoku to try to get the fat dude to show up again, because I don't know where he went, and I'm pretty sure I need him.
Maybe.
He is not my son, but rather an escaped slave.
That was amazing. One of my all-time favorites. Alright, here's hoping we got some silver in here. Because this is the whole fucking reason I made this journey down here in the first place, was to get silver.
There we go.
Huh? It's Zelda, Goro!
Horny jail.
with
As a person from Jordan, I enjoy the fact that we have plans to rename our Air Force to the Air Jordans.
Nice.
I was there when Constantinople fell. It was tough to watch, to be honest, but it was crazy to witness such a historical event unfold before my eyes. I knew Constantinople was going to fall. I knew it.
As if I could ever make such a mistake. One after Magna Carta. $14.53, the worst year of my life.
I think his
Well, that's all
longevity...
the year I never did.
I think LeBron's longevity needs to be taken into account. He took down Raptors during the Mesozoic era and was still able
Yeah,
to
that
defeat the
was-
Celtics.
That was a fucking good one.
Period. I do think Jordan's ability to defeat the power of not just one sun, but several suns is a more impressive feat than LeBron defeating Thunder itself. Hey, big country.
Oh, man. This is actually a very large amount of uraninite,
Young little rock.
which is just a very suspiciously renamed
Is firmly locked with 5
uranium.
padlocks. You have the power to unlock them all. Do so, then the gate should open.
I would laugh so hard if that fucker was like right in my face.
Heed my words.
Okay.
Huh?
All I want to do is just find a silver deposit. Why is that so hard?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's still worth that amount of money, David, so it's not like we have to make a big decision anytime soon, but the point is, either way, unless he, like, stops having these extended, ugly, useless slumps for months at a time, we shouldn't. Like, he doesn't really hit for power. He's still pretty good in the field, I guess, but he's not great. And he has no speed, so, like, if he's not hitting at least 300, he's not really doing anything positive. Somehow the Seattle area sports team that's going to have the best season this year is going to be the expansion hockey team. Jesus Christ.
That's impressive. Finally, we found some fucking silver. Hell yes. Let me collect some of this uraninite to free up space for the silver. Alright. That was a good move, because we got a shitload of silver out of that. Hell yes, it's all I wanted. Now we can go home.
I can do it! Sure! Here I go!
I have enough rubies.
As long as you have boobies. Can I make it as an internet streamer? Yes, as long as you have boobies.
As long as you have enough boobies. That's right. You gotta have enough. Not gonna get very far if you're flat. Everyone needs big booba these days. Which is a shame. If only you knew how bad things really are. That is not a sound I wanted to fucking... Holy shit! Don't hurt me, sir! Oh wow, my prawn suit's actually really tough. Okay, build some distance and then I'll be able to smack him.
Here I go! Sure!
Right, as soon as the rock sucker comes back, he's mine.
By the way, are you getting
Damn
drunk
it.
tonight?
No, not tonight. I mean, unless you wanted me to, but if that's the case, you need beer money for that.
I didn't have any
Spent all night
particular
yesterday.
desire for it, but...
I can imagine. Holy fuck, I missed! How could you miss? He was 6 feet in front of you. There we go. Okay, now that he's stuck in place, I'll hit him with the real shot. And now I just need to find my fucking prawn suit. I literally can't see. There we go.
I can do it!
Can you hear that, by the way?
That must be
A little
the first
bit.
padlock, Link.
That is a very pissed off ghost Leviathan. You
Why,
could
because you killed it?
No, he's pissed off because I'm in his territory and he saw me, which was not good. Because I'm down here farming, but ghost Leviathans are a lot less scary than Reapers are. They just don't look as scary. Plus, and this is the big one, that one that I'm fucking with is the juvenile. What that means is he does 1/3 the damage of an adult. So like my prawn suit, like remember the Reaper when I was saying if he catches you it's an instant kill, if he catches you and your sea moth it's an instant destruction on the sea moth? In my prawn suit, which is much stronger, heavily armored, not only was that not an instant kill, I only lost 9% of my hull strength. So I was just laughing while I was repairing that. El meow. So I got everything I wanted, and now we're heading home. Yay! All we need now is just some blueprints from the sea base.
I can do it!
The disease researcher says it won't do shit for us. What we've got to do is go talk to the thing in the containment facility that the lava zone, which requires building more shit. So, and look at Rex. The sonar upgrade and the fire suppression system be very important.
Here I
Pick
go!
those both up.
Oh, I'm on fire.
I've already been in that one. What would be here? Nothing we need.
I can do it!
I mean, it's not a shock that he's starting to get over the hill, so maybe it'll just be accelerated just a little bit.
This Bloodkill Trench it is. Gotta head to that wreck there, and Z-base somewhere nearby. We'll have to come back with our Seamoth, but anyway, we can get the fuck out of here now.
Third worst loss ever for New York.
Pretty much, like, unironically. See, it's funny because, like, I'm so in love with Deron Williams, and knowing that Kevin Durant, you know, building around him going forward, I genuinely feel better about my Sonics franchise and my Cavs franchise. So I've, like, completely abandoned my Cavs franchise.
Well,
I'm not interested in LeBron. I'm interested in Deron and Durant.
Well, on the LeBron franchise, you had LeBron and who else?
I was trying to genuinely do like something that the Cavs could have actually done. So drafting LeBron, Big Z is still there. I also drafted Leandro Barbosa and Mo Williams.
So no superstar teammate.
Right. My long-term goal for that was to either try to secure somebody in free agency, and assuming that that wasn't on the cards, try to trade for a draft pick where I could get Kevin Love. That didn't seem overly possible to me, though.
The thing is, now we're starting to see all these other teams hit a lot of home runs because the temperature's warming up and the Mariners aren't. So that excuse needs to screw off, like, immediately. It doesn't fly anymore. That's not good enough at this point. Yeah.
Look at the maps. I don't know. It seems
Well,
stupid.
Depoto's actually good, Santi. Like, Depoto overall has actually done really well. I don't think you fire him just because he made 2 mistakes in the offseason. When he's done such a good job building up our pitching. I don't know what Hollander does. I don't know how you can fire him. I don't even know what he does.
Joker, let me ask you a question. Do you think I should just go straight home, back to home base right now? Or while I'm here, should I look for a secret base that's nearby that I'm going to need to get to at some point? However, I have no idea how long it'll take me to get there, and I'm running fairly low on. Never mind, that is genuinely the best luck I've ever had in my life. I accidentally found it. I didn't even mean to do that, I just got here. Like, wow, that is really impressive.
Good job. Good job.
Pretty much, like, I didn't even fucking... Holy fucking shit. That lad is humongous. He can't actually do any damage to me, though, right? Yeah. Fucking crab squids, man. What's the radar saying? Oh, there's 2 of them. Fuck. Okay, we'll just ram the fuckers then. Okay, should I get out and fucking... No, ramming seems to be working. They've already retreated. I didn't even take damage. I love this fucking Cyclops, holy shit. The only creatures that have the ability to do damage to it are,
Here I go!
fucking Leviathans. And he can't hit me hard enough. Alright. I'm gonna get out and fucking whomp these motherfuckers with my damn fucking prawn suit. Let's go. Who wants it? Who wants it? Where you at? Oh. Oh. No, they're in full retreat. Except for this little fucker right here. Let's go! Ah! You're not going anywhere. I stuck the fucker with my grappling hook. I'm attached to him. I stuck him, and I'm drilling his face in. This is amazing.
So what? It's like the lake monster fight in Resident Evil 4?
Even better, dude. Like, literally, there's... Oh, shit, that's a warper. This is... Whoa, fuck. I'm in a lot of trouble. You win this round. Tactical withdrawal. Yeah, that is the exact opposite of what I wanted to have happen. Fuck, 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 fuck. I'm just... Zoom away as fast as I can.
Sure.
Which worked like a charm. I'm actually a genius. And now I can shoot this guy with my stasis rifle. Perfect. And then repair my suit. Then reload my stasis rifle. Get back in my suit. And finish this fucker off. Just like that, he's as dead as disco. Hell yeah. That's a fucking combo right there, boy. Hell yeah. Dead as fucking disco. Get out of here. I'm actually a legend, by the way.
I can do it! Sure.
Fuck that one up.
Magic Johnson is still playing in my 2K23 association in 1995. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I understand that Magic and Bird were great players and all that, but
Yes.
I feel like people have forgotten how little they actually played because of, you know, some of those tragedies that befell them. Compared to someone
Right.
like how much LeBron's going to play. LeBron's probably going to end up playing twice as many games as Larry Bird did.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, the the season you can start in the 90s in the 2K23 is before Magic left for HIV, and Magic doesn't get HIV in 2K. No, anyone who had a career-ending reason like that, other than just retiring from old age, they're going to not have that happen in the 2K23. So you have Magic stays a lot longer than he would have, and Bird stays a lot longer than he would have. But you know, as much as it's cool and a novelty, it's not like they really make that big of a difference.
Well, if Magic stays with the Lakers, he might still be there when they get Shaq and Kobe, which might have been fun because the first few Shaq Kobe Lakers teams kind of flamed out. They were considered a disappointment.
Well, there's a lot of different reasons how the Shaq Kobe Lakers managed to happen. However, um, between the salary cap situation and the fact that they wouldn't have a relevant pick, because like they traded to Charlotte to get Kobe, because Charlotte drafted him, but they wouldn't have been able to convince Charlotte with the assets that they'd end up having if they had Magic and Shaq. And an aging Magic with Shaq, I don't really think that would have been very amazing, because Shaq wasn't a pick and roll guy. He played out of the post, and that's not that big of a deal for 90s basketball. However, the way that Magic played and the way that the game changed, I don't think he'd be relevant. I think Shaq could still be going, but Magic would essentially be relegated to basically a taller Mo Williams.
I was thinking taller Andre Miller.
Here I go!
To give Magic credit, his jump shooting improved greatly when he came back from HIV because it was more necessary in the league as the game changed. So I want to believe that if the jump shot was always important, Magic would have always developed one because of who he was as a competitor, and the fact that he developed one in real life. But we just didn't see that long enough to know for sure. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of guesswork involved.
I mean, Jordan was only a good three-point shooter that year. They shortened the three-point line, so he's as competitive as
Right.
it gets.
I can do it!
Yeah, and that's another thing you need to consider too. Magic, I don't think ever would have been a Trae Young level guard in terms of just taking retarded amounts of deep threes
Free to go!
and hitting them. That I think is just too far out of the realm of believability.
Here I go! Let's go!
Also, I'm pretty sure before Phil got there, they weren't running the triangle. So they probably would have run, like, the Magic style fast break, offense
Yes.
with Shaq, which I don't know how that would have worked. I'm sure it still would have been
Well, that's the thing. As Magic's getting older, he can't run as fast. So Showtime's over. The fast break style is over. Now, Shaq is fast enough and athletic enough to be able to pull that off. However, now we're going to see, long outlet passes that Magic may be able to make. Kevin Love style would be important for the offense. And while you're right that they wouldn't have the triangle without Phil Jackson, even though other people had the triangle and could coach the triangle besides Phil Jackson, who's just the best at it, there was still plenty of post-heavy, especially big man post-heavy related offensive systems there that generally have the guard playing outside, kind of with the way that the triangle would work anyway, but I just don't see them working well together. I don't know how it would work out. Who knows, man?
Larry Bird would have been depressing, though, because the Celtics sucked so bad in the 90s. That would have just been like him accumulating counting stats for a few years. And probably retiring out of depression, honestly. That's cool, Reggae. Pinball could never really hold my interest, but not without its moments.
There's gotta be up somewhere. Up. I'm not seeing it. This is really bothering me. 'Cause that would be where anything that's fucking here would be.
Alright, let's see here. Oh, that's cool, Reggae.
I can do it!
It said on the bed's a data box, and I'm not seeing that anywhere. It's all lies. Lies! Alright.
Or even the Istam Cleveland Cavaliers.
Son of a bitch. Oh, what? You don't want to fucking fight me? You son of a bitch. Then don't bother me, you cunt. What a goddamn dick. So mad.
If an enemy pisses you off too much, just go into the console commands and do a delete.
Nah, if you do that, then you're not allowed to get achievements.
Ribbons and medals are of no comfort on your deathbed.
Exactly. scan this. Then pick it up. Alright. Good to go. Now we can officially go home. That was loud as fuck.
I am not a homosexual. Thunderous applause.
Are you a homosexual? Yes. May I see it? Yes.
The kids won't even understand what that reference is. It was after Magic's diagnosis. He went on a late night talk show, and everyone, you know, people were thinking he was gay because he had, you know, the HIV. And he was like, I am not a homosexual. And then the entire crowd just
Right.
burst into applause. Yeah.
How times have changed.
Mm-hmm.
He did that now, they'd boo him.
Yeah. Now LeBron considers every day deciding to become a homosexual to help his brand. LeBron wonders if it could lead to like a end of career renaissance.
LeBron, have you ever thought about being a woman? Oh man, what a good one.
Stats are not everything, which is why LeBron is not even a top 50 player in the NBA.
Exactly. This, except unironically.
I think one time Ninja asked Earl, who is the best player in the NBA who's not on the Lakers? I think it was like not a current or former Laker, and he said Darren Collison.
That was pretty good.
And then Ninja was like, okay, same question, but now no UCLA players. And then he said, under those extremely restrictions, I would have to say Tim Duncan. It was like the most random thing, but it was so perfectly Earl.
I can do it!
Very amusing. Excellent. Now we can just go home. I am pleased. Alright. I don't want to eat, because, you know, I'd rather be doing the fasting and everything. But I really need to eat something, because right now the lack of blood sugar has actually got my hand shaking, so I'll be back in a minute.
Good call.
I can do it!
Oh, whoa. Okay, I didn't think that was gonna happen. It's a, well, right, guy, it's also a diet. It's not just a religious thing. Like, some people fast just for dietary reasons.
Here I go! Let's move! Goro! Here I go! Charge!
Very nice.
Just 2 left, Link. Let's keep it up, Goro.
What are you, a fucking Pokemon?
gonna eat real quick.
Okay, no problem. What you got?
Well, I had a few spoons of peanut butter while I waited for some hot dogs to cook, and then I had those.
Not bad. People in the chat were wondering why you're fasting, because, you know, I explained it's also, you know, it's also a diet, technically. Not one that a lot of people use, but,
Yeah. It's the fastest, easiest, most effective way to lose weight. Definitely.
I can do it!
okay. I have an idea. I have an idea, Mr. Krabs. Come on, let this be the one. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I nearly popped a blood vessel with that one. I just busted ass.
Oh. God damn, dude.
God, that was disgusting.
There we go. And we're loose. I snagged a fucking gigantic thing of coral. That sucked.
Come on, come on. I'm bussing on God, FR, FR.
For real, for real. That's what the FR stands for.
I know, but I don't know. I think it's stupider if you say FR, FR.
That is true. I definitely agree with that.
I'm bussing. Yeah, okay. Maybe this is it. Please let this be the right idea at least. God, how do you get in there, though? Alright, guys, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back in a few minutes, and we will continue on. Okay, I am back. Now, I'm up as high as I can go, so this has to start making sense. It just has to. I can't believe they can't find somebody who's willing to give up even, like, you know, a 5th round pick for him. Like, I understand him not having big value, but he should have a little bit of value. Running backs truly aren't worth shit anymore, man.
Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker.
Well, DeAndre, I think, kind of makes sense because his contract was so big. No one was willing to trade for that contract. But I don't think Cook's on a big contract. Or like Dalvin Cook.
Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. I swear to Christ, I'm getting out just so I can fight you. Where you at? I will wage war on these motherfuckers, don't think I won't.
Wasn't Hopkins like the highest paid quarterback? I'm sorry, receiver in the league, pretty much. That's more money for Cook than I thought. I'm talking about DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, I heard Tompkins. I was like, who? My bad.
I mean, it's kind of like how Klay Thompson is making $40 million a year right now. I was talking to Moogle earlier. We were talking about that, and he looked it up, and he was like, what the fuck? I didn't know it was like that.
To be fair to him, he has earned that money throughout his career. Does he play up to that level now? No. But the Warriors, I feel like they're at the point in their franchise's time where it's time to start rewarding the guys who gave you that dynasty. Not to the expense of continuing to still compete, because they still can. Keep Clay and Curry together. Dish Draymond out somewhere, dish Jordan Poole out somewhere, and then if you can get one more guy who's really good, then that's what they need.
Well, their
Because
third
they
guy right
lost
now
that-
is Wiggins. They still got Wiggins.
Wiggins is not good, but Jordan Poole is a major reason why they lost that series to the Lakers. Because, number one, he wasn't playing up to the level of how much he's getting paid, and number two, he actually threw a lot of stupid shots, especially late in games, including that one, and I think it was game 2, that legitimately just threw the threw the fucking
No, that was
game
game
away.
one. That was game one.
Okay, game one, that's even worse. 30 seconds left, and then he pulls up from half court. That was retarded. So, if you replace Poole with someone who's actually good at basketball, then they win that series. So they'd still be a competitive team. Now, I say all that to get to this point here. Is due to the new salary cap issues and everything, it's probably going to be hard for them to do that. But they can still compete. But they had an amazing dynasty, 5 straight finals. They won 3 championships. Wait,
4.
15,
Because
17,
they lost
18.
2
Yep,
more.
4.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I forgot about last season. Yeah, they've been fucking amazing for a long time. That's a dynasty without a doubt. And Clay should not be sent packing. And Clay should not be forced to take a pay cut. He earned all that money. And if they're not going to give it to him, if they're going to ask him to take a pay cut, then they need to do that so that they can reload. And they better fucking hire him on as a consultant to pay his ass like the Dirk and the Mavs. Because Clay earned his keep, man.
Oh, definitely. I agree.
More than enough.
And he
First
got that
bout.
extension before the injury, so he basically didn't play for like what 2 years after the injury. Like at the time he got paid, he was totally worth it. He got hurt.
Right.
It's not like he got hurt slipping on a garbage bag at home. He got hurt playing basketball.
Could you imagine though?
No, that's what Monta Ellis did, right? He took up mopeds as a hobby and like tore up his knee after signing a $80 million contract.
I honestly don't know. The only thing I know for sure is that Monta Ellie has it all.
And by the way, for the kids in the chat, yes, an $80 million contract in the NBA was a big deal at that time. It was one of the biggest contracts ever. Now I know that's like a mediocre 2-year deal. But at the time, it was like, whoa, $80 million. You know, the Denver Broncos GM is sitting at home every day praying that Russell Wilson takes up mopeds.
You know that the Denver Broncos GM and owner and everyone related to that franchise whatsoever, all the people playing, the coach, all of the fans are hoping that exactly the memes you were just saying.
He was going to put a certain spin on it, I'm sure, but the idea is basically the same,
Yeah. Alright, let's see here now. Depth module 1. Wait, we already have that. So, number 2 would go into the meme. Aerogel. We've got the rubies for that. We only need 2, right? Yeah, we do have the rubies for that. So, we can already craft that one. Two, we can rock that out. Gonna need kyanite, which means lava zone. Prawn suit 2 will also need kyanite. But level 1 we can rock. And I don't think we have that yet.
I remember when Rashard Lewis got $120 million and everyone freaked out.
Yeah, when salary caps go up and max contracts go up and all those different rules and everything kick into place and all that shit, it can get pretty dumb in a hurry. And especially if a team has the cap space but no one wants to actually sign with them and like one of their guys is expecting to get paid, it can get dumb in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I most love about the new CBA, though, this is my favorite shit, is they name drop Mozgov a number of times as being they were trying to avoid a situation like that, and it was funny because the players agreed too. Because if you were a free agent in 2016 when that salary cap went up and they started handing out those fucking retarded contracts like candy, you made off like a bandit.
Yeah.
But if you were a free agent in 2018, you were getting paid way below your value. So all of a sudden, a lot of guys who were like really critical in the league, who were free agents in 2018, who have really big voices at the Players Association meetings, they're the ones who were fucking pissed off about Mozgov style deals. Because they're like, there's no money left for me, and I earned it a hell of a lot more than Luol Deng. You know? And it's hilarious, because like, the players' greed actually went too far to the point where the owners were sitting there like, yeah, you know, you guys really did ask for too much there. And through the negotiations of the CBA with the players coming out and being pissed off at that actually saved us from another lockout until 2029. That's crazy.
I can do it!
To me, that is absolutely nuts.
Let's roll!
Yeah, lockouts suck.
Yes, they certainly do.
I want to go up one level, I think.
Here I go!
You wouldn't think it would be that hard for a bunch of millionaire athletes and billionaire owners to split up a giant sum of money, but here we are. Although I guess NHL doesn't make crazy money like football and basketball do. Remember the cover of ESPN magazine that had naked Isaiah Thomas on it? The Celtics Isaiah Thomas.
Was that the body issue, or he was just naked for the hell of it?
I think it was the body issue.
Okay, because I was about to say, I'm all like, I don't remember that one. What the fuck?
They ever do like naked Brittany Griner, I wonder?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
She
You
was
would
in a
know.
body issue.
You would know.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh. Yay.
It's like the NFL almost had a lockout 12 years ago. They missed one preseason game, and then everything was good to go because they're like, there's no way we're going to miss real games. Like, that's just not happening. You would think the NHL would be able to accomplish something similar, where they're like, yeah, We're going to play some hardball, but we're not actually going to miss real games. There's too much money on the line. Wait a damn minute. How do I get over there, though? That has to be it. Wait a cotton pickin' minute.
Ouch.
God damn it. I
So-
just got fucked so bad. Something that I didn't want to happen happened. Wikipedia actually has an article titled List of People Who Have Scored 100 Points or More in a Basketball Game. One of them is like this 13-year-old kid who scored 267 points in a game his team won 267-0. Can you imagine how miserable that must be to be his teammate?
Everyone involved in that game must have been hating life. What the fuck? Like, geez, what was that? LeBron fucking in a costume or something? Good lord, dude.
Okay, hold on. Let me see here.
Oh god. Can you imagine?
Okay, it was let's see here. 272 points scored by a 13-year-old boy in Sweden. He recorded every single point in his team's 272-0 win in the mid-70s. How does that happen? Like, if you're the other team at some point, don't you just, like, take out his legs at us so you can be like, okay, we're going to lose this game, but we're not going to let you keep scoring on us.
Cobra Kai. Yeah, pretty much.
Like, at the end of the Kobe 81 points game, they started putting, like, 4 guys on him. Because they're like, okay, we're obviously going to lose, but we are not going to let you score 100 points on us. It's not happening.
Pretty much. Oopsie daisies. have the depth module yet. Got all this stuff in storage. A drink of water. Okay, this one. Alright. So, this.
101 points in 60 minutes for Lisa Leslie. Like, it's not even basketball at a certain point. Like, in Kobe's last game, when the Lakers just let him shoot the ball every single possession, he still only got to 60. Like, that was a complete bastardization of everything that basketball's supposed to be about, and he still only got to 60.
But exactly. And he only got to 60 because that was ancient Kobe in his final game. If we had the absolute lad that was peak Kobe, if they just handed him the ball in his 81-point game, just like literally just let him take every shot and just like never stop, he probably could have got to 100.
Yeah. I think eventually the Raptors would have Cobra Kai'd him, though. Like, we are not letting the record get dropped on our heads. Brazen Petrovic once scored 112 points in a game. He was going to be really good. An absolute tragedy. Lisa Leslie scored 101 points in 16 minutes without taking a single three-pointer.
Why? It's just... What the hell's the point?
Maybe she was going up against a team of, like, wheelchair players.
How many rubies do we have? So... 2, 4. Any more aerogel? No, we're good. Fuck yeah, alright. What do we got? Probably have to craft that snack bomb, so I should go back for it.
Yeah, Deb. Remember playing YMCA basketball, and this was like when I was like 10 or 11 or something. One time our team won a game 90-4. 90-4. Looking back on it, that was probably unsportsmanlike, but
I never played organized basketball officially. The only thing I ever did was just play on the blacktop. I had a lot of fun doing that, but God, there were just kind of wish I had the chance to play organized basketball. Looking back on it now,
it can be fun.
That never would have been anything resembling good. Because, like, the only time I was ever even close to being good, right, is when, I hit a growth spurt really early in my life, and it ended up being all the growing that I would do. Like I'm 6 even. Now, when I was 12, I shot up and got like all my growing done immediately. So here now I'm a 12-year-old who's 6 foot even. So all my friends that I go to play with, you know, we go play basketball and everything, I was easily able to defend everybody because I already had pretty much an adult's body. Like I was super tall and I had the length and the wingspan and everything, much more than everybody else that I was playing up against. So in order to make it quote unquote fair, they kept putting me up against the high school kids.
Mhm.
And that probably made me get really discouraged too, because now these are guys who've been playing for years more, and I'm still getting used to my new size.
Right.
But it was nice, just like being out there like fucking. It must have been how Bill Russell felt.
Played organized basketball for almost a decade. That's like the sport that's like fun to play and easy to play. It's not like football where you have to worry about all the kids getting CTE.
Didn't worry about that when I was doing it. Nobody gave a shit. Back then they just had Will Smith saying, "Tell the truth." Good lord.
Here I go! I can do it!
Right.
Sorry. Anyway, not only that, but basketball. It's funny because it was like kind of always my favorite sport, but I wasn't anywhere near as interested in it um, as I've been for the last 15 years. You know, when I was growing up, going through school and everything, what I was interested in was fighting. That was really what had my interest. Um, and I sit here and think, man, you know, if I had the chance to go back now, I'd love to be able to try out for my school's basketball teams. You know, because I never think I would have ended up being good, but it just would have been fun. You know.
Right. It probably would have been. Again, I never went to a high school at all, so that was never really a possibility for me, but would have been.
Zwei.
Interesting.
3 more. 4. The jump thing, we could do that here. So, we'll do the fire suppression now.
Saw a woman's ass and he liked it. Thank God it wasn't the cable guy's ass, and move on.
Fucking making me think of Heat. Damn it, why'd I ever get with that bitch? Cause she got a great ass! And you got your head all the way up it.
Good movie. Anyone ever tell you that you look like Al Pacino from Scent of a Woman?
Lamau. Oh, whoops. 2, 3. Bang, bang, bang. Dry. Here, front 6. As easy as it was peasy. So, you know, I learned something recently over the last couple of months. Apparently in Japanese culture, it's not only highly expected for men to cheat on their wives, it's highly expected for wives to cheat on their husbands. To the point where, when doing an anonymous poll, because otherwise they'd never give, you know, correct answers and shit, it turns out that actually an alarming number, almost 2/3, of adult Japanese women have admitted to cheating in a relationship. Kinda makes you wonder what the hell's going on over there. Because, like, they don't want to have any kids, and when they're in a relationship, they just constantly cheat. What the hell's going on?
Yeah. It's, must be a really disturbing sounds like a really disturbing lifestyle.
And not only that, but I'm sure you know about this one. It's actually not seen as bad if you sleep at work in Japan, because it's supposed to be a sign of you're working so hard that you literally fell asleep from exhaustion. Crazy shit, man. Okay, there's the fire suppression system.
Okay.
Sonar and the shield. Which is exactly what we've got left. Oh, plus the depth modules. We have one already, yes. Okay, so...
Alright, let's see here.
We're gonna need some titanium. A lot of it.
Alright, let's try this. This is gonna be weird, but let's try it. It's doable. I believe that. I truly do.
I'm still so proud of how I killed that one fucking thing earlier. I fucking attached my grappling hook to its face and then just fucking drilled it to death. That was amazing.
No, I mean, it is Pride Month, so you should be prideful about things.
You know what? I just realized something. When you said earlier that this is a month literally dedicated to worshiping one of the 7 deadly sins, I thought it was about lust. Because when you think about it, homo-lust is what this entire month is about. Because if you're gay, there's no validation you get from having a relationship with someone else other than just sexual gratification. Because it's impossible to have children that way. I thought you were talking about lust, and it was only until you said that just now that I'm like, oh, wait a minute, pride. This month is dedicated to worshipping 2 of the 7 deadly sins, man. Good meme, though.
Eat shit and die.
Yeah, to make the drill arm, like when I say it's a drill arm, I mean literally the prawns, because I'm sure you haven't seen it, like Googled a picture or anything. It's basically like an underwater bipedal mech suit, and you have different upgrades that you can make for it, which are essentially the arms. Now one of them is the grappling hook, which shoots out essentially a plunger, which sticks to anything that you shoot it at, including a creature, or usually the walls. It's essentially so that you can be underwater Tarzan and flip around like that. It's a much faster way to travel. And then the other one's a drill arm, which is like, it's called a drill, but what it actually looks like is 3 circular saw blades that just grind down mineral deposits so you can farm with them. And the way that you craft that is with a shitload of diamonds. And it's funny because when you pick up a diamond, your robotic PDA voice says, when you have been rescued, no, it says, during the time of your survival on this planet, you know, even though you're alone, all properties and materials that you come across are considered the property of Altera Corporation. Upon your rescue, you are expected to pay back that value in full. Your current debt stands at 3 million credits.
Well, almost enough to make someone not want to get rescued.
Pretty much. It's a reference to Aliens, remember? When Ripley wakes up and then they start bitching about the financial costs, and she's like, they can fucking bill me, alright? Wow, it got dark in a fucking hurry. Holy shit.
What, like outside? It's 10 o'clock, dude.
No, there's a day-night cycle in Subnautica.
Oh, okay.
It was literally daytime, and then it just got black as shit. So I looked up to see if it was an eclipse. No, I just literally couldn't see the sun setting. Just all of a sudden it was gone.
May I please have a water? May I please have a water?
Okay, I have a... You want to fucking fight me, you cocksucker? Let's go. I hate these fucking stupid things, man. They're called sand sharks, and what they do is they literally live inside the sand. So if you're on the seabed, they'll come fucking bother you. And like they hardly do any damage at all. They do so little damage that when I'm in my prawn suit, I'm literally invulnerable to any of the damage they can do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still programmed to constantly attack me. So I'm like, okay. So I just grappling hook the stupid fucking thing and just shove my drill in its face till it's dead. I'm all like, now why'd you have to do that? Because while it's busy attacking me like that, I can't get back into my Cyclops to go home. I'm like, that's the stupidest fucking thing, man.
I can do it! Charge! Only one left! Almost done, Goro!
It's gotta be. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll go refill that. Ugh. That thing's so weak it can't even damage me when I'm wearing my reinforced dive suit.
Oh.
Wow, that is really impressive. I basically just ignored him and I was like, he probably doesn't do that much damage anyway. Can't even bite through my dive suit.
Okay.
Just annoying. What's cool though is that they use tiger roaring sound effects for the thing. So that's nice.
Insofar as that games are capable of scaring you, which is probably not that much, what do you think is the scariest video game you've ever played?
Probably the first Silent Hill.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had actually played those. Okay, cool. That's a pretty good pick, actually. I can dig it.
Yeah, Silent Hill in general is fucking horrifying. Okay, so what was I doing with the other ones? Why do I even have it in my inventory? I'm not gonna fucking use it. Good. Pop them here. But I mean, the vast majority of video game scares in general are just jump scares.
Oh, yeah.
Which is another reason why I picked the first Silent Hill, because it did a great job setting an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Which you just don't see. You just don't see games doing that these days, and it's disappointing.
I like the atmosphere of Dead
Alright,
Space.
so we got. Yes. Excellent atmosphere in Dead Space, however, still heavily reliant on jump scares.
Mine is still probably Doki Doki Literature Club, honestly.
Yeah, that one was definitely creepy.
And only a few jump scares, too, actually.
Okay, so that's 2 ingots worth we gotta make.
I'm busting.
I'm busting. Hoit 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 hoit. A true saying always sprinkles when he tinkles.
On God. For real, for real.
Yeah, pretty much. Right here, right? Yes.
I like the American Psycho Zoomer memes. Those are pretty good. His business card is bussin' for real, for real.
Yeah. I know you probably haven't listened to Tobias Fate, so it's like hard for you to mentally envision his voice, but every time I read people using Zoomer lingo, I hear his voice in my head, basically. Depth module.
Here I go!
Come down here, grab the remaining titanium.
I can do it! Here I go!
Let's see here.
Alright, Mark 2. And then that other one is
I have to perform a nutsackectomy.
It's Tuesday.
Boss,
Means
check
you're
it out.
fired. Ladies and gentlemen, we got
What if for the Miami Heat first home game in the finals, they decided to declare it Nutsack Monday, and all the fans showed up with their nutsacks out?
Jesus Christ.
And then all the Heat players do too. Like Jimmy Butler goes out to Jokic at half court right before the game starts. He's like, it's Nutsack Monday.
No, even better would be they say that, and then the thing is that they're giving out sacks filled with nuts, and then all the fans show up with their balls out, and that's all like, that's not what we meant, guys.
I can do it!
I like how happy the guy looks when he gets fired.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, the depth modules can...
Here I go! I can do it!
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight.
Alright. So, a power cell is a battery plus silicon rubber. Polyaniline is hydrochloric acid with gold.
Okay.
Here I go! Charge!
Alright, guys. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back in a few minutes. We will continue on. Okay, everybody, we are back. Welcome back.
So, this is funny. Remember the reinforced dive suit I was telling you?
The reinforced what?
Dive suit that I'm wearing,
Oh,
I was
okay,
telling you.
yeah.
That the sand shark couldn't do damage to me with that thing.
Yeah.
So, there's this one plant that's called tiger plant, and it shoots fucking spikes at you. With the reinforced dive suit, the spikes just bounce off you. It's hilarious. They don't do damage anymore, just bounce.
Makes me think of, do you remember the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movie at all?
Yes, I actually love those. Both of them. With Jude Law.
Yeah. You remember the part where he throws the hammer at the big guy and it just bounces off his chest?
That was hilarious, yes.
Goro! Charge!
I am the very model of a modern major general of information vegetable animal and mineral. Now the kings of England and I quote the fights historical from Marathon to Waterloo and order categorical.
I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand which with simple geographical Capanium theorem teaming with a lot of those with many chip effects but the square of the hypotenuse.
The door should open now. Let's go see, Goro.
One of the downsides to letting your facial hair grow unabated often gets caught in your mouth. Very annoying.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. As Castellanos hits it deep right field. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Let me grab all.
Huh?
So, computer chip. One battery. There's two batteries. Now grab some rubber. Power set.
I can do it! Charge!
Some silver. I know we got a shell out of it somewhere. Right here.
Where's Zelda? That's
An advanced wiring case.
really big.
Now, 3. So we're ready to make that. And the Cyclops was over here. 2 nickel and 3 sulfur.
Oh no! Is Zelda inside the monster? Blake! We've got to save her, Goro!
Perfection.
We're fighting the rock monster. It's the rock monster from
Thanks.
Galaxy Quest.
Nice.
Goro! Those legs will hurt if they hit you! Be careful, Goro!
Greek neck.
Watch out, Goro! Here I go! Look out! That rock exploded! It's gonna explode! Get back! Let's
Chill. On suit.
Here I go! Charge!
Oh, that's what we want to put on there. Thermal reactor maybe requires control. So it's automatic now.
Goro!
Come on.
Watch out, Goro! Here I go! Shut up! That's what she is, Goro!
Alright, let's get up.
That's all.
That's all, folks.
The only other thing we'd even want would be the sonar.
I can do it! Look out! Goro! Shut up! Now's your chance! It's so strong! Here I go! Here it comes!
Yeah, after the shield generator, that's essentially the last stop. We don't really need the sonar.
I've got this! Heal yourself! Goro! Watch out!
What? What the hell is that? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, God. I'm a fucking idiot, dude. Why did I do that?
Why did that?
I kept putting bombs on my arrows when I was shooting at the boss, and I forgot that I'm in the volcano. So all bombs automatically detonate the second I take them out, so I kept taking massive damage. Because I'm an
Oh,
idiot.
that's... What angle? It's okay.
You touch my column.
Ooh, my ding ding dong. Hey, can someone in chat who's useful, look up to see if Dead Island 2 is crossplay?
No one does it, I'll do it as soon as this boss fight's done. does not support crossplay.
Okay. So I would have to get it on PC.
Look out! Run away! Quick!
Well, since it was Saturday night, who knows? Maybe I won the lottery. Let's check.
Oh man, you're buying lottery tickets now?
Just for the California Super Lotto. $1. There's 2 draws a week. So you can't win if you don't play. And I'm all like, fuck. $2 a week, there's 52 weeks in the year, $100 a year. But hope and fucking pray that I magically get this shit. I mean, I know I never will, but Christ.
At least it allows you to think that you have some sort of plan for the future, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, I just continue to live my life like normal, and then hopefully one day, you know. Because you could win something other than the jackpot. All I'd need to do was win $100, and I've paid back all the playing that I do for a year.
Come on. Come on. Where is he? Okay, that is really annoying. I'm really getting tired of that.
Alright, what was I doing there? Don't need a nuclear reactor because I'm almost done with the game as it is. But we are certainly ready for lava zone. Let's cure this AIDS.
I can do it! Watch out!
So it's 1300 crush depth and
Now's your chance!
1300 for both. Excellent.
Watch out! Here I go!
What would you do if you won the lottery?
Oh, that one's really easy. The first thing you do is you move away from where you live, because the worst possible thing you could do is stay there, because then you stop being yourself. Now you're the guy who won the lottery. If you come by your money through any means that people consider to be not legitimate, then they'll be extremely jealous of you. So if you were a really good businessman, you came up with a really good idea, you made a lot of money that way, people wouldn't really treat you like shit. They'll be jealous. But if you win the lottery, everyone thinks you don't deserve the money that you have. So because of that, everybody starts suing you, and juries rule against you almost guaranteed, because fuck it, you don't deserve your money, you just won the lottery. So the first thing you do is move very far away. Because you don't want people to... Like, the cops will constantly hassle you, and they'll write you bullshit tickets, because what are you going to do, contest it? That's going to take time and money. Same reason people, like, lottery winners have their friends and family get fucking kidnapped, so they get held hostage and shit. You know, it's not good. So, move very far away. And then from there, I would just try to live the closest thing to a normal life that I wanted to live, just not having to worry about income. I would spend...
Jesus fucking Christ, stop running! Oh Oh my fucking god. You're such a piece of shit. Dumb fuck. Oh my god, that made me mad. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Try to set up passive income, because, like, you know,
Here I go!
you should never assume that the money's going to last forever, even if it's a large amount. Passive income is nice. You know, helps reduce worries and everything. So yeah, just try to live the closest thing to the normal life I wanted to live without having to worry about income, you know. Buy some really easy passive income businesses that run themselves, like laundromats, car wash, gas station. Because talking with my boss, he was like, the #1 property that's being purchased in California right now are gas stations. And even with the economy being as shitty as it is right now, the vast majority of new construction that's constructing new businesses are constructing gas stations. Which kind of says a lot about, you know, climate change and we're running out of gas and all this kind of horseshit that people talk about. If the people who are rich want to build gas, then it doesn't matter if Gavin Newsom signs a bill saying in 10 years it'll be illegal to sell a car that runs off gasoline in the state of California. Why the fuck are they building so many new gas stations then? Obviously they're not concerned. No, it's the same way that people who complain about climate change and rising sea levels just buy up a bunch of beachfront property. It's like, you know, if you're right, that shit's gonna be underwater literally in a year or two. It's all a big scam. So anyway, yeah, laundromats are extremely profitable in terms of the amount of effort and overhead that you actually have to put into it. It's almost just a pure money generator. Same with car washes. And gas stations bring in a shitload of revenue. They have a much larger overhead, however the profit potential for small businesses is massive. Because that's another thing too, is that the large oil companies like Phillips 66, they're the guys who, when you sign up to be a 76 gas station, Phillips 66 is who you work with, that's the company. It's at the point now where they're so, like, they're making so much fucking money and they want to sell gas to such an extent that they are actually helping invest. And if you sit there and you sign a deal with Phillips 66 that you're going to build a gas station and have it be a 76 gas station, it will front a significant portion of the costs to actually construct that station. Because they view it as a small investment now in order to make profits later, and it's fucking right on the money. You know, talking with my boss, he's like, yeah, when it comes to the gas station, the largest single amount of overhead that we have is just payroll. So, with the way that AI is changing things now, like, you already look at Amazon Fresh in the way that that's set up. Essentially, it's a very large store that's basically a vending machine. You pay to retrieve product from the shelves. And if it worked as an automated system, as this technology keeps advancing and everything, you can do the exact same thing with a convenience store, you know. People pay at the pump, they go inside the store if they want to get some snacks or something, and they just have that be a giant automated vending machine. The only thing you'd need people there for is in case any of the machines break, to serve as an alternative, to service anything that needs servicing, and to clean. Massively cuts down on your amount of overhead. Laundromats and car washes, you don't need very many people to work there in the first place. A lot of car washes are entirely automated, and yeah, all that shit's just pure money. Buy up a couple of those businesses, then take a sizable portion of your winnings, and then throw that into you know, high yield bonds and long-term investments.
Are any of those left?
Well, actually, because of how much, one of the best ways to tell that the economy's in the shitter and that a massive recession is incoming is when you look at yield curves. And short-term yield curves are higher than long-term yield curves right now. But with the interest rates being what they are right now, long-term yields are still very attractive. It's only just that short-term yields are even better because you're going to get that money now. You know, you don't have to wait around for it, and people need the money now. People want the money.
Watch out!
And that's another thing with what you said, is that those businesses I brought up are recession-proof. Obviously, a laundromat is going to depend on your location. It's not going to do too well in the suburbs. But you throw up a laundromat in the city.
Do people really use laundromats that much anymore? I feel like everyone either has a
Yes.
washing
yes.
machine or they live in an apartment that has one. I'm
That's
surprised.
that's exactly what I mean. Is in the city, yes, laundromats make hella money. In the suburbs, no, because of exactly what you're talking about. Suburbs are a much higher quality of life, so people have washing machines, or they live in an apartment complex that has a laundry room in the building. In the city, things are completely different. Because now you're talking about ghettos, now you're talking about the projects, now you're talking about low-income housing. People don't have washing machines, they can't afford them, the water bill's too high, the apartment buildings don't have them, or laundromats. An apartment building may have it, but it's still coin-operated, so the laundromat's cheaper. So yeah, throwing one up in the suburbs would be a horrible idea. Throwing one up in the city, really easy to make money that way. However, part of the overhead there, you know, some of the employees you would need to have then would be security. Same with a car wash.
Now's your chance! Here I go!
Yeah, car washes, gas stations, and laundromats are pretty much recession-proof. It's all about your location is what's important, and then everything else gets taken care of.
We've almost
Alrighty.
finish them off together!
So, that's enough Subnautica
I
for
can do
today.
it! Shoot! I can do it! Here I
Let all the
go!
kids make fun of you and bitch down. One day you'll show them.
I can do it! Goro! I can do it! Now's your chance!
Without one last spark to set them off.
Get together! Here I go! Shoot! Now's your chance! Goro!
Never did explain why Cloud was getting arrested. What was up with that?
You mean in the cloud mows along?
Yeah. Sato most a lot.
I can do it! Here it comes! Let's go!
Why is that guy so fat?
Here I go!
Apparently, D3 School St. John Fisher has a player named Connor Williams. Went viral due to being the biggest player in college basketball, coming in at 7 feet, 360 pounds.
I mean, isn't that basically what Shaq weighed near the end of his career?
Yeah, but holy fuck, Shaq was never this fat. This dude has not a lot of muscle on that frame. He's very fat. He looks like a tall Peter Griffin.
That's not boding well for his future career, admittedly.
It's not boding well for his future health. Hard enough for a fucking heart for a person that tall to last that long, but you're gonna add fucking... You're gonna add heart disease on top of that shit. The 3, though. Wow.
I can do it!
Imagine defending him in the low post, though, for as long as he's alive. He's going to be a nightmare down there.
Check it out. You'll be able to tell just from a thumbnail, but if you actually watch the guy play, it's hilarious.
Watch out!
Still not as fat as Raymond Felton.
Still not as fat as Zion Williams.
We should have known a basketball player named Zion was not going to work out.
Seriously.
But now that, with the benefit of hindsight.
His parents should have named him Xenon.
Here I go! Now's our chance, Goro! I can do it!
He sets incredible picks, though, as you might imagine. Can you imagine this guy in a Mike D'Antoni system? He'd die.
Actually, in a Mike D'Antoni system, he'd never play because D'Antoni only plays like 6 players, so that would actually work out.
You know? It sounds silly, but I actually think that this guy might work on a couple of NBA teams, depending on the system. Because he shoots threes, so if he's back there, you know, he's not focusing on offensive rebounds at all. He doesn't need to be near the basket, which means you're shortening the court in terms of the distance he has to travel, which means he's not going to get winded as fast, number one. Number two, he sets incredible picks. Number three, as a rim protector, you know, you need a lot of athleticism and coordination to be able to block shots effectively. However, he presents a humongous obstacle for players to have to get around. And if he just did the Roy Hibbert style jump straight up, it doesn't even matter if he's contesting the ball or not. If you jump straight up, any physical contact is not a foul. There's some teams that guy's frame might work.
It'd be great for marketing purposes.
Yeah, I'd actually like to see what this guy does in the minors. 'Cause let me tell you, man, if I was the GM of the Minnesota Timberwolves G League team, so like no one cares about how good they do or not, I would actually look at drafting this kid just to see what could happen.
Yes, I am your ancestor from a time long past.
I mean, at a certain point, like, remember DeJuan Blair on the Spurs?
Yes.
Like, when they drafted him, they knew he was only going to last, like, maybe 4 or 5 years because of his ACLs. But,
Yeah.
like, wouldn't you rather have 4 or 5 decent years than some of the random shitters that you see get drafted in the second round 95% of the time?
Yeah, like you'd rather have DeJuan Blair, who was actually useful, than Anthony Bennett, who was taken first overall.
To keep you from obtaining the stone you just found.
It made no
I don't
sense to
even
me
need.
why Blair went in the second round.
Secret stone?
Yeah. Here's another guy I'll think of. Mario Hazonia,
Any of this.
a Croatian player.
Listen
Oh, yeah.
carefully to what I have to say.
Right now he's playing in the Spanish league for Real Madrid.
Imprisoning war.
He was drafted in the 2015 NBA draft. That was, I think,
Many years ago.
yeah, that was a Karl
in the
Anthony
King of
Towns,
Fire's
Julia Okafor
earliest
draft.
days.
He was taken 5th by the Magic.
A great
See, what's funny is
Demon
everyone who
King
got taken after him
sought
was
to
more
conquer the
useful as a
kingdom
player,
until
even if they didn't have that good of
everyone
careers.
resisted
Willie
his
Cauley
will.
Stein, Emmanuel Mudiay, Stanley Johnson, Frank Kaminsky, Justice Winslow, Miles Turner,
Rose
Trey
up
Lyles,
to
Devin
oppose
Booker.
him, along with me and
You know,
Fire.
there's still a lot of talent available on the board when they
And to
took this
fight the
fucking guy, and he
Demon
was a
King, Rome trusted us with
huge
sacred
bust.
stones.
Yeah.
Really
We
sucked for the
crafted
Magic. Like,
artifacts
did
that
not
amplified
contribute
our powers.
meaningful at all.
I stood beside my fellow sages as the Sage of Fire, stronger than ever with my secret stone.
Man, that guy was bad. In his second
No
season,
match for the Demon King.
he played 14, almost
Even
15
my
minutes a
strongest
game,
foes weren't enough
shot
to break him.
35% for the season.
Rome
Pretty bad.
understood that we couldn't overcome
That
the
dude's just a
Demon
walking
King.
brick factory. And like,
In one last brave act, our leader sacrificed himself to imprison the monster.
you know,
That was the imprisoning war.
oh man, that is just really sad.
And then sometime later, the Sage of Time, one of the 6 sages, came to me. Her visit would set the Goron's duty in stone.
The magic restraining the Demon King will be undone. He will return. When that time comes, a noble swordsman named Link will oppose him. But Link will need help. Lend him your power. Your fire. The Goron's mastery of fire.
At that moment, the duty of the Goron people was clear. I'd like nothing more than to smash the Demon King. I swear that when the Demon King returns, the Sage of Fire will awaken again. The Goron Sage and the Goron people will fight alongside your swordsmen.
I'm not sure what happened.
And that's what you need to know about the imprisoning war and of our people's duty. You saved Goron City, but the Demon King is still out there. Little Rock, take up my secret stone
Shit.
and honor the pledge I made to the Sage of Time long ago. Fight alongside
Pacers team has filthy defensive stats, my god.
So, it's my duty to help you fight? And he wants me to inherit this? Really? I don't know if I'm nearly as great as my ancestor was.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you got far enough into My Player mode in 2K23 to know, but how does the draft process work? Do you play like a practice game and your performance in the draft?
Right. Yeah. That is something, because I know why you'd ask, because it's been different in some years. Some years you play in high school and college and all that kind of shit. What happens in the 2K23 My Player is you play in the Summer League Championship game, and you get a lot of minutes, and it's really easy, if you play well, to boost your grade. And it's your teammate grade that affects how you end up when you start out in the league, how many minutes you'll get in the game. The best you could do is get an A+ teammate grade, which would make you the 6th man to start. However, you can pick which team you get drafted by. Your performance has nothing to do with the team that drafts you. And because of that, it has nothing to do with your draft position. You just have to go into what was the 2022 NBA draft. I'll take a look at it right now.
I understand why they do that, but I wish they wouldn't. They did the same thing in the show. It's like, let me earn it. Don't let me just go to my favorite team just because.
In the most recent show that came out back in March or whatever, when I was doing a road to the show, you can pick your favorite team, and then they'll ask you if you want to go there, and you can say I don't really care, and then you just get drafted by whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for the 2022 NBA draft, the draft order was the Magic, the Thunder, the Rockets, the Kings, the Pistons, the Pacers, the Blazers, the Pelicans, the Spurs, the Wizards, and that's the top 10 to round it out. So if you wanted to play specifically for one of those teams, you'd select that, and then because they pick in the top 10, you'd be picked wherever. If you say, I really just want to play for the Magic, you'd get picked first overall.
Feels so cheap, though.
Yeah, I agree. It's dumb.
Guys, we finished all the temples.
Yay. Yeah. Now, to be fair, that makes sense at this point in his career. Okay, that is the exact opposite of how I wanted it to go. So let me put my controller down for a second.
Ooh.
Alright, we have all 4 vows. Now, we're going to have to do some serious farming for good equipment and food. But at this point, I don't think we're that far away from being able to maybe beat the game. We might need a few more hearts. But honestly, we have so many hearts at this point. I'm more thinking about armor than hearts. If there is good armor in this game, I don't know. Maybe you're just supposed to take a lot of damage. Right, guy? Beavis and Butthead's alright. I don't watch it regularly or anything, but it has its moments. God, F for real, for real. Right, guy, that's a moot point. They already are sterilized.
What?
He asked, do you think people who drink Bud Light should be sterilized? And I said they already are.
By choice, exactly.
About that before too, JS. It's not a bad. Okay, let's see here. So I need a farm, like food, and probably weapons too. Food is not so bad. The problem is going to be weapons. That's hard to farm. Let's go over here and see if this laboratory is open yet. If not, I need to figure out why the hell it's not, because it really should be. Yeah, JS, me and Snacks are planning to play Diablo. We might even be playing it like day 1 or day 2 or something. We'll see. It's possible at least, but it's on the list. I've heard really good things about it. I haven't really played a lot of any Diablo games, so it would be a good experiment. And there isn't a heck of a lot to co-op right now. Yeah, JS. We spoke about that. That may be happening as well. No, it was Diablo. Windmill, the Windmill of Friendship. Alright, the Fat Man. The Floating Fat Man. Alright. Let's go. Oh, shit, get back here, get back. God damn it. Oh, attend to your fucking lab, you piece of shit, cucks.
Aha. Okay.
Alright, maybe I have to, like, figure this out.
Aha. Aww.
I need more than 10.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. So, we did the fire temple. We got some farming stuff to do. And then it's mostly prep for endgame. I'm going to call that good for tonight. Thanks for coming out. See you guys tomorrow.